have them cooking whilst you chop up applewood smoked vegan cheddar. My little vegan sourdough pizza tip are vegan and gluten-free. Magical world to add a bit of pizzazz, so much deeper. Hello, welcome to part 2 of this vegan food trick hack video. I've got some vegan food tips that are probably going to change things for you and make life a lot easier. Some of you may be beginner vegans, so this is all a magical world, so welcome. Tip number 1. Tip number 1 is a couple of fruity fun snacks. This is probably the weirdest trick. It's not really a trick, it's just a load of food combos that are match made in heaven, but they sound really weird. Let me consult my list. A bite of strawberry and dark chocolate square. I feel like that's not that weird. Mango chunks with lime squeezed on top and salt. My mum discovered mango with olives. A particular kind of olive, these kind. Have a mango chunk and an olive. Incredible. Also, if you don't like normal olives, which I don't think a lot of people do, olives are kind of like Marmite, they're hit or miss. I was never really a big fan of olives, but these olives, these ones, are incredible. Another trick, which I love because it makes something quite healthy, just tastes like a naughty treat almost. Peas fried with garlic and salt and squeeze some lemon at the end. I have loads of hacks like this. Just realised I feel like I could do a whole separate video on this, so if you want that, comment down below and let me know. Also feel free to share your weird food combos that you love. God, I actually have so many. I've just remembered at uni I used to have vegan chicken nuggets with strawberry jam and lots of salt. And when I say salt, I mean salt crystals, because they are the best. Tip number 2. Tip number 2 is the butter bean mash. So you just need to boil the butter beans, add salt to the pan when you're boiling them as well, and then use the masher, obviously drain the water and stuff, and then use the masher to mash the butter beans, and they mash so easily. To add a bit of pizzazz, I add olive oil, rosemary, salt crystals, maybe some lemon and some pepper. Tip 3. My little vegan sourdough pizza tip. You can make a vegan pizza alternative if you're at home on a Sunday, like I was a few weeks ago. I was at home on a Sunday and I was planning on getting a pizza. I forgot the supermarket's closed early on a Sunday, so I used what I had at home. Cut a few slices of sourdough, depends on how much you're willing to eat. Quite thinly, I'd recommend. Don't cut the sourdough too thick. Sourdough's better when it's thinner, so just do more slices if you want a heavier meal. And then you can add your own toppings on top of the sourdough. So my go-to is applewood smoked vegan cheddar. So good. I put basil at the end. Don't put basil on the pizza and then put it in the oven, okay? This is such a rookie mistake. I've done this before as well. Basil is better fresh, just put it on top at the end. Or if you're not a fan of basil, coriander maybe. I chop up red onions and put them on my pizza as well. Sun-dried tomatoes. Sun-dried tomatoes are so much better when they're cooked or fried. And I tend to put tomato puree instead of like passato or something on my pizza. On the sourdough, sorry. I squirt tomato puree and spread it because it's such a richer taste. It's so much more so much deeper. And if you really want to spice things up at the end, you could sprinkle some balsamic glaze on top. Tip 4. Now for a quick filling salad. This is quite a useful tip if you want to have a quick lunch before you need to head out to the shops or to work or whatever. I don't know why I said shops. So as I mentioned in part 1, sweet potato waffles, they're a thing. So potato waffles, that brand do sweet potato waffles. They're gluten-free as well for those of you that are vegan and gluten-free, and also, I'm sorry. It's a quick salad because you can dunk the sweet potato waffles in the toaster, have them cooking whilst you chop up some cherry tomatoes, get some rocket leaves. I actually rip the rocket leaves as well because there's nothing worse than having to fit like a leaf this big in your mouth. It's just not fun, especially when it's dressed in loads of sauces and it goes all over your face. So rip the rocket leaves, put them in as well with the cherry tomatoes. Never plum tomatoes, by the way, cherry, the mini ones. Avoid at all costs the big ones, they're watery and gross. And char grilled peppers, you can get these in a jar. You can also do them yourself. Then when the sweet potato waffles are ready, just rip them up into little shreds. They don't need to be perfect, you can just and then chuck them in the salad and then add olive oil on top and some balsamic glaze. Mix it all up and you've got a gorgeous salad and it will look a bit like this. Last tip. Okay, I don't know about you, but I love a burger. And since going vegan, I've had some good vegan burgers in my time. Obviously the Beyond Burger is great, but it's pricey and it's not the healthiest. So you might want to make vegan burgers at home and make them healthier. So you can make vegan burgers with so many things. Sweet potato burgers, black bean, lentils, but my tip is how to bind them, because that's where everyone goes wrong. Bind means so they don't fall apart, by the way. You can use oats to bind, breadcrumbs, or Og's replacement for eggs. It comes in a little carton. Sorry, the sink is gargling again. This is the egg replacement. I probably need to throw this, it's probably gone off by now. I haven't used it, so I don't know. It's a recommendation, but I've not tasted it, so it could taste like junk. Who knows? Junk, isn't that American for amends bits? Okay, shall I conclude it on that? Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and comment. If you haven't watched part 1, I'll leave the link at the end. Goodbye. For those of you who are loyal followers and watch me all the time, thank you. What space do you like me filming in the most?